Okay, a federal judge yesterday tossed out the federal school mask mandates and vaccine mandates. Fox News' Steve Harrigan has the latest from Atlanta. Steve.
Liz, a federal judge in Louisiana has blocked a Biden administration mandate for COVID vaccines and masking for Head Start. That's the federal program which helps early education with very young children from impoverished families. Under the Biden administration order, everyone at Head Start had to be fully vaccinated and wear masks as well. Opponents of this mandate say the judge's decision was long overdue.
Still have toddlers being masked in school. We still have people who can't take jobs because of these mandates. And so even though we may say the pandemic is over, we're going to keep fighting in court until all of these rules are off and our society can get back to truly normal.
Under the Biden administration order, children over age 2 had to be masked. The judge, who was a Trump appointee, said it's an example of the executive overreaching its bounds. It's likely the Biden administration will appeal the injunction, which now affects 24 states. Liz, back to you.
Steve Harrigan, great reporting. Joining us now, Nicole Neily from Parents Defending Education and GOP strategist Ford O'Connell. Nicole, we see the trend spotting that shutdowns and vaccine mandates outraged so many Americans they left the Democrat Party to become independent or maybe even Republicans. We're talking even teachers, health workers, and parents. What do you see, Nicole?
Absolutely. That's what we hear on the ground all the time. A lot of first-generation Americans, former Democrats, like you said, teachers who come to us with tips saying, what the heck is going on? You know, I just want my child to learn. And so I think it's not a surprise. And, you know, we'll see what this goes for November.
You know, Ford, to Nicole's point, school board parents are seeing victories in states like Texas and Florida. I mean, we're just a month and a half until the midterms. School board parents are now the new powerful voting bloc.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Liz. Look, you know, parental rights and the oversight of their kids' education is a top-tier issue. And to your point, you're seeing it from coast to coast. You're seeing it in my home state of Florida. You're seeing it in California. You're seeing it in Virginia. And to Nicole's point, they are frustrated. First it was closures, then it was masking. Now it's the curriculum. And these parents are going to take that frustration to the ballot box in the midterms.
Yeah, so parents are angry over union-backed school shutdown policies, a dramatic loss of learning, the largest drop in reading scores since 1990, the first drop in math scores ever reported. But, Nicole, I want you to watch and listen to Dr. Fauci again flip-flop, admitting, yes, he did want to shut things down after claiming he didn't. Watch.
And sometimes when you do draconian things, it has collateral negative consequences, just like when you shut things down, even temporarily, it does have deleterious consequences on the economy, on the school children. You know that. But you have to make a balance. When you're dealing with, we know the only way to stop something cold in its tracks is to try and shut things down. I didn't shut down anything. We didn't recommend shutting everything down. We wanted to cause a pause, to remember the terminology, to flatten the curve. Well, I don't think it's forever irreparably damaged anyone.
Pause turned into a shutdown for more than a year and a half. What do you say, Nicole?
I think it is reprehensible that a U.S. government official is calling American children collateral damage. How dare he? We look at people like the teachers union head in Los Angeles that made statements like, there's no such thing as learning loss. Our babies learned resilience. There is a lost generation of American school children who just went missing during the pandemic, the learning loss that has disproportionately hurt minority communities, disadvantaged children. The same people that scream equity from the rooftops have hurt children and set them back a generation. It is appalling. That is such an offensive statement. I am so furious at that.
What do you say, Ford? I mean, we've turned it to indoctrinating children and not teaching children U.S. history. U.S. history, we are a great country. We have a wonderful Constitution and a Bill of Rights. But now it's about indoctrinating children. And then we have people like Dr. Fauci talking about children as collateral damage.
Well, first of all, Dr. Fauci's guidance over the last several years has irreparably harmed America's children. And the data back to May of 2020 showed that keeping kids out of school was a terrible idea and it irreparably harmed their mental growth. It also showed us that masking in schools, as in most settings, was not going to work. But when it comes to the curriculum, and I think this is going to be the future fight for Americans, is to understand that right now the teachers' unions and the teachers are not interested in teaching their kids. They're interested in indoctrinating them, and it's usually towards a political end. Politics does not have a place in schools. It should be about the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, not politics.
And you know, you teach history, Nicole, so we learn from mistakes and don't do it again. We shouldn't be indoctrinating children, Nicole. Your final word.
Absolutely. You know what? This is a zero sum. Every hour they're spending on social justice initiatives at school is an hour that children are not making up that reading, that writing, that mathematics. Our children deserve better. Our country deserves better.
Nicole Neily, Fort O'Connell, thanks for joining us tonight.